One of our old flames has returned into our lives. We have a new stock of a very special exclusive that we did with Martin. We're going to tell you all about it and tell you how it compares to a standard OM-28. Stick around. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee.
And I'm Cooper Greenberg.
We're here with Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, like our videos. If you want to support the channel, buy us some food from Bill Miller's, or you can check out our spring store link below for custom swag and check out our podcast, the Fretboard Confessional, wherever you get your podcast. That's a deep cut, Bill Miller's.
Deep cut.
I like it when people bring it up. So we have a very cool guitar that we've been out of stock on, but it is our very first exclusive collaboration that we did with Martin Guitars, and that is this beautiful OM that I like to call the Cooper Custom.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, well, it's based upon your dream guitar, right?
Yeah.
So,
and now it is my dream. I have it.
Dreams turn into realities at Alamo Music.
So I usually like to say, yeah, we got that first run of 10, and we sold all 10 very quickly, but we sold all 9 to other people very quickly and 1 to me.
Just stealing people's dreams.
Stealing people's guitars.
Just snatching them.
But it is much like, so there are a couple special customs that we've done, one of which is this one of which is the 914 CE with Engelmann that we still can't get Engelmann.
And I don't own one of those.
Yeah, but
I have the original one.
That's better.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they are big ones that people ask for often.
Yes.
Do you guys still have any of those guitars? Because the videos are still out there, and
they just live on in infamy.
They live on,
echoing through the galaxy.
Trust us when we say if we could get more, we would get more. When it comes to Chris's 914, the Chris McKee special, we're still waiting on Engelmann.
Right.
I'm sure.
So we went with the next best thing, Sinker Redwood.
But with these, obviously, it was a good choice to get an order in for more, but they take a very long time.
But
a little bit of time. So we've been waiting about a year on these, but they're back, and I love it just as much as I did before because it's exactly the same as it was. No changes have been made, and obviously today we are showing it off, letting you know it's back, and comparing it with the one that kind of inspired it. So.
Yeah, so the specifications on this are cool. We'll review those for people who aren't familiar with the first one or were disappointed that they sold. Guess what? They're back. But we also, I thought it'd be a great idea to compare it with an OM-28 because, like you said, it is the guitar that inspired it. It is an OM with some different specifications that really change the responsiveness and overall tone of the guitar. So you want to walk us through the specifications of this beauty?
Yeah, so that's an OM/OO body. So it's the same exact body size between the two. The only difference is the scale length and the pick guard. But so it's 25.
And the bridge, or the scale length, the pick guard, and the bracing thickness.
Well, this has got a whole different, it's...
Yes. I'm just saying.
Right, nerd. We've got a nerd over here.
It's a 1/16 of an inch different.
Okay,
it matters.
So 1/16 of an inch. All right. So OM scale length 25.4 versus 24.9 on a triple O. So slightly longer scale length. This one has an Adirondack top instead of Sitka spruce. No aging toner, because why would you put a toner on that? It's gorgeous. This one has golden air bracing. Wood to wood contact.
Yep.
Touching all the way.
Touching.
Loving, touching, squeezing
on
that.
I was like, I'm going to sing a Journey song here in a second.
Well, we're right next to Kevin's office. And then the trim on here and the rosette is bold herringbone. So you got the dual herringbone, which I just like herringbone. Why not?
Yes.
Let's go crazy. Binding on this guitar is tortoiseshell. The headstock seems a little different than this one. Slightly different. So that is a slotted headstock. It's still got the volute in the back, and it's got Waverleys on there.
There's a thing that happens with this headstock that, in addition to the beautiful inlay, when it's a slotted headstock with the volute, it thickens up this portion that I don't know if it's... I've played guitars kind of like this, and one, it's very comfortable right here. It like fits the hand perfectly. But there's a aspect to the thickness here between the headstock and the neck that I think adds to some sustain on the guitars. Every single one I've played was kind of like that. So.
Yeah. And of course, yeah, you mentioned the inlay, the CFM block inlay. It's my personal favorite.
Yeah.
And that's done in abalone.
When everybody absolutely needs to know that you're playing
Martin. All right. And then the inlay on the ebony fingerboard is short diamonds and squares. So you just got the 579. I think it's a nice touch.
Yes. I agree.
But yeah, it definitely has some changes from the OM-28. I think all of them are intentional. Most of them contribute to the sound, besides maybe the inlays, but I just prefer those inlays.
Yeah, I mean, the big things that are going to change the sound is the way the neck is constructed, the fact that it's a slotted headstock, the fact that it's an Adirondack top with the bracing is going to amplify and increase everything that this guitar is doing to a really nice effect.
So comparing it to this bad boy, Sitka spruce.
Sitka spruce, really nice Sitka spruce on that particular guitar.
Seeing some medullary lines over here.
I'm so proud of you.
You do enough videos with Chris, you get to know the glossary, you know.
So yeah, it's going to be your typical OM-18 since 2018 when it was reimagined.
28.
I'm sorry, 28. We shot another video.
If you want an OM-18,
we have a cool one.
let me tell you something awesome.
Who knows when this video will come out? If it's coming out after the other video, then you understand why I flubbed. And if it's coming out before the other one, get subscribed so you can see what the heck it is I'm talking about. So we've got the herringbone still, but not around the rosette. This is more herringbone forward.
Yeah, it's herringbone forward. Scalloped X bracing, not golden arrow, but normal scalloped X bracing. And I've heard tell that this is actually about a 1/16 of an inch difference than what a triple O would be.
Some people say that.
Many people are saying. And then your binding on here will be nice and creamy. Nice and creamy ivory.
Yes. It's ivory that's taken steroids.
Yeah. Classic Ivoroids. Style 28 backstrip, that one has the HD zigzag.
Which is just really nice marquetry.
I love that.
It's just beautiful artwork.
Yeah, it's really pretty. So then, normal Martin logo on the headstock, solid peg head, and you got Grover open geared versus the Waverleys.
Yes.
Now, I will tell you, I love this guitar, and I am so happy when I play it. I just love playing it so much. This is a fantastic OM-28, and I was kind of thinking, because we have our other custom that we showed off in that other video that you hopefully have seen.
Or we'll see.
But it's kind of this thing of when I was thinking about this one, it's back. We got more in the store. It's like, this is a nice reminder of why that one was based on an OM-28 in the first place. It's a fantastic guitar.
So good, yeah.
And so many people are saying that OM-28's a good guitar. And I think this one has some upgrades. Yeah, but I got to play them both, so you can hear the difference. I think it's a great way of, showing off how good this one sounds, reminding you how good this one sounds, but then kind of showing you what some of these spec changes can do.
Why we do the things we do on the yeah. Why did we make these changes? Here's why. Start with a great recipe and added some nutmeg. Just check out the demo. Okay, so there you have it. It is our exclusive custom OM, or
Back
like
in the game.
I call it Cooper Custom, because
Back in the game.
this was you. This was all you. I didn't contribute at all.
That's not true. We consulted.
Yeah, you know, you
We're
do.
partnership here.
You're like, would this be a good idea? I was like, yes.
Yeah.
This would be a good idea. So, but no, I absolutely love those guitars, and it is really a phenomenal guitar. You know, it's funny because there are two ways you can upgrade from an OM-28, which is already a fantastic guitar. You could go Modern Deluxe. They've made some great changes on that. Or you can buy our exclusive. And, you know, I think from a vintage aesthetic, this is just, it's such a good guitar.
I think it's a very sharp guitar.
Everyone will know that you play a Martin when you play this on stage.
You got to let them know. But I also think we have talked about before, some little special with custom shop guitars. There's just always this extra air of, you know, marketing to them.
No, they are. Okay, so truth. They are really different.
Yeah.
And that's to say, Martin guitars are really good. Like, they're really, really, really good guitars. But we get these customs in, and it's just, yeah, there's like this new ingredient that makes them better. And it's a really weird thing to say, because I don't want to say that in a way where people go, oh, well, that means the standard ones aren't that good. No, they really are very, very good. There's just something about these. From the very first custom we ever commissioned when I started working here, you take it out of the case and you strum it and you go like, what is going on with this guitar? Yeah. And despite all the guitars we review, that really hasn't changed for me.
Yeah, and it's something, that first strum on it, you know, we've talked about, it's like, there it is. To give credit towards this guitar, it was the same feeling that I had today when I played that. I was like, man, this is awesome, you know?
Yeah.
But I would say, if this is your vibe, we're gonna have 10 again, bend 10. We've only got one so far. We were eager to do the video to let you know, but
we'll actually have 10, not 9.
Yeah, we'll actually have 10 this time, unless
I buy one.
But there will be 10 if we sell out again, and the demand is there. There might be more, but
It's
you know,
a year.
It's about a year. But I will also say, if you love this, you want a solid peghead, but you love the aesthetic and the Adirondack and everything, don't be afraid to reach out and talk about customizing something for yourself that you can make that's just for you. I think a lot of people, you know, we make choices that will appeal to a large group, and I think we've done it. But if there's something real specific that you really want, let us know, because we can help you with it.
Let me double down on that. We are very familiar with what's available and what changes will do what. And so if you are at any time wondering about getting a custom instrument, reach out and you can talk to Cooper or myself. I get weirded out when people come in the store and you're like, you're famous. It's more like infamous, but we are here to help. And regardless of the manufacturer, we can tell you what's going to really make the differences on making a phenomenal guitar. And often at the right price. You know, if you have a price in mind and you want something special, there are ways to go about doing this to really make it the most bang for your buck. So
totally. I'm glad to have it back. I'm also glad that we have regular OM-28s back. It's been a couple months since I've seen them.
So I've got a question for you about yours, the infamous 10th one that nobody was allowed to purchase because you got it. Have you put a pickup in it?
No.
So you haven't been performing with it, right?
I have not. I've been recording with it.
Yeah.
I have been convinced by Casey
not to
invest in a nice microphone for the stage. There will come a time when I put a pickup in it.
That's cool.
But I have not done it yet.
You know what?
I brought it to the beach.
I'm going to say this. I hesitate to say this because someone will steal my idea, but I don't necessarily know how to implement it. But what someone needs to come up with is a really nice pickup for guitar that is very light, that is very unobtrusive, and does not require you to drill out the tapered end pin on a guitar like this. It's doable. Everything has shrunk down in size. We have very small aux-sized cables and whatnot. This can be done. Someone figure it out, If you have an idea, reach out to me. We'll get some, private financing or something. But because I understand why Casey is hesitant to tell you to drill a hole in the side of that. Me, on the other hand, I bought a $4,000 guitar and literally 3 hours later had my drill out going. Mm-mm. So.
What'd you put in that 914C?
Initially, I put a Fishman Matrix 1 wide in it. It also didn't have a strap button back in the early aughts, and there were 2 steel anchors in those necks for the bolt-on neck, and so you had to drill in the exact place at the right angle, or you destroyed your guitar. And I did that too. I didn't destroy the guitar. I drilled in the right place. But anyways,
the nerve.
it's just
Well, so
you gotta be
what did you
fearless.
change it to?
Well, now it has an Anthem. I was never happy with the Fishman in it.
Fishmans are good pickups.
They are. Okay. I didn't like the Matrix one's kind of quacky sound. Some people love that. Like, I've ripped out ES systems and Anthems and put those in for people because that's what they like.
Yeah.
And I just didn't like it. I also had string-to-string balance issues that I had to deal with. And so I went on a quest and I liked the Anthem, and that's what's in it right now. So.
Which is why it's probably the most popular in our shop. So if I were to put a pickup in mine, it'd be an Anthem. I'm not ready to bore out that end pin yet.
I will say this, by the way, for anyone who has an Anthem or is shopping for an Anthem, I was talking to Casey about this the other day. Some of the guitars this is totally not part of this video, but hey, public service announcement. Some of the guitars that are coming out now, like the V-Class guitars, like some of the Guild guitars, they have bracing, some Martins have this too, around the sound hole that prevent you from really installing the full-size Anthem control preamp unit with blend and everything. LR Bags makes a version called the SL, and the only difference is that you can't blend off mic to nothing but pickup. And I've only had to do that one time when I was playing in like a gymnasium and could not escape from feedback. And so for most people, that's actually probably enough. It's lighter and it costs less. So.
And go to the Jammin' in the Gym concert next time, ready to go,
Anyways, if you have guitar questions, we have answers for you.
And if you like OMs, we got 10 customs, 1 here, 9 more on the way. And we got OM-28s that are normal and maybe of some kind of OM-18 as well.
Something with maybe flame mahogany.
It's a good time to be a Martin or just acoustic guitar fan. So you're going to want to check out the website, subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on, message Chris to stop freaking me out over here. We got the good stuff, and it's a fun time of the year to be shopping in a music store, and we would love to hook you up with something cool.
Subscribe, like, follow, turn on notifications, buy things from us. There you go.
Thank you.
See you next time. Bye.